Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss Cora Vo with Story Time. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. I hope everyone is reading for enjoyment. You've been outside to enjoy this beautiful weather, and I know all of you are working so hard on your online assignments. It hasn't been easy. So today's story is Fearless Jake. I love that name, Jake, because that's my son's name, and he's a little fearless too. It is by Margaret Hafner, and the illustrator is Mark Thurman. So let's see what happens to Fearless Jake. Jake had daydreamed just a little too long this morning. He missed the school bus, and now he had to walk. As he stepped out the door into the bright morning sunlight, his mother called after him. "Don't stop to play, Jake. Go straight to school." "Okay, Mom," Jake yelled back. "I'll run all the way." Let's see if he's running. But just past the end of the driveway, he skidded to a stop. A huge cannon lay across his path. Jake gripped imaginary handlebars and revved his engine. Vroom, vroom, vroom! He leapt the ditch smoothly. Then he slowed for the applause of the admiring crowd. Daredevil Jake performs the impossible. Let's see, I want to make sure you can see the pictures. On the other side of the cannon lay the wild lands, alert for danger. Jake marched bravely forward. Soon he reached the shore of a rushing river. Again, the way was blocked, but Jake the great explorer frowned. Huge waves churned the surface of the water. How could he get across without a bridge? Luckily, a giant log was nearby. Muscles straining, Jake heaved one end of the huge tree trunk into the water. "Hi-ya!" he grunted. He pushed and shoved until the tree caught on the far shore. Then he darted across. Only his cat-like balance prevented Jake of the jungle from falling into the swirling waters below. Ooh, look at this. Once on the other side, he smiled. Nothing could stop him now. Ahead lay the great desert. Jake plodded through the sand as vultures wheeled overhead, waiting for him to drop from thirst or hunger. Jake the cowboy shook. "You'll never get me," he said. "I won't be bird food," he cried. With a final burst of speed, he made it to the other side safely. Now all that lay ahead was the forest and the border, so the vultures did not get him. The shade felt pleasantly cool after the heart of the desert. Jake walked slowly, enjoying the quiet. He stopped by a fallen log for a rest, but as he did so, he disturbed a snake, a deadly rattler. Oh no! Jake jumped back in the nick of time as the rattler hissed past, its fangs just missing him. "Woo!" he exclaimed. "That was close." All these animals you would find in a very hot desert. He hurried onward, deeper into the shadowy trees, as strange sounds whispered from every side. All at once, a shivering wail split the air. A yellow blur streaked past him and shot up a nearby tree. A little kitten, green eyes wide, trembled on a low branch. Jake stepped toward it, but suddenly a black form loomed up in front of him. Cold yellow eyes stared out from a long black face. A wolf! Its red tongue swept over its sharp white teeth, and it growled a warning. "Breakfast," it seemed to be saying. Oh no. Jake jumped back, his eyes wide. He gulped and his heart was pounding loud and fast as he prepared to run safely. But could he really leave that little kitten behind? Jake the mountain man took a deep breath and drew himself up to his full height. "Scram, you varmint," he yelled, swinging his backpack at the creature. It let out a frightened yelp and fled, tail between its legs. Jake lifted the yellow ball of fur out of the tree and cuddled it in his arms until it began to purr. When he put it down, it stared lovingly at him for a moment, then skittered away out of sight. That does not look like a wolf to me. Now, the only obstacle between Jake and his goal was the border. Vehicles patrolled constantly in front of the fence, and the border guard carried a club. There was only one way across. Jake the spy decided he would have to disguise himself. He removed his jacket and put it back on inside out. He hid his secret papers in his bag, slicked back his hair. He was ready. Jake walked up to the border patrol. "Just going across for the day," he declared in his deepest voice. "No need to search me." The border guard lifted his club and Jake froze. Had he been recognized? But no! The border guard actually held up his hand and stopped the racing vehicle so that Jake could cross. Once on the other side, he raced through the gate and into spy headquarters as alarm bells sounded. Safe! He made it! He dashed into the classroom just in time. Jake, the star student, knew it would be another exciting day. So what a great imagination Jake the Fearless has. I hope you're using your imagination while you're at home, and I hope you're finding time to really think about all the wonderful things going on in your life, spending time with your family, cooking, help cleaning, I hope, and reading. Please make sure you're reading for enjoyment. Remember, Miss Corvo's on once a week, and next week I have an awesome book for you. It's one of my very favorites, and it's called The Colors of Us. So I hope you'll join me next week. Have a great day, boys and girls. Be safe, and remember, wash your hands. Bye.